I feel like we're ready to be launched into space today.
All right, we are live on Facebook Live. We are live on Facebook Live, everybody. Here we are. And yeah, welcome aboard, everyone, once again. My name is Mike Riley. Nickname is Sarge. I'm from the Boston area, and it can be heard on 98.5 The Sports Hub. We're the flagship station of the Patriots, the Bruins, the Celtics, and the New England Revolution. And yes, I saved the best for last because I am the public address announcer for the New England Revolution at Gillette Stadium. Right now, our season is on hold, but we're on the way to returning. So under all the circumstances here, that's why we're on a virtual walk today. But what a great turnout here for the 34th annual Optimism Walk virtual edition. And I want to tell you guys how appreciative we are to have all of you join us here. And we do have to just get you started on an informative and fun day. But just look around the chat room right here. Look around the Zoom room. Everyone is ready to rock and roll. We have some great shirts, great hats. Please chat away on the chat box there. Show your pride. You can display yourself on the camera rather. You can turn it on if you want. We want to see what you have on, what you're wearing and so forth with your APDA pride and your teams and all that, all the hard work for your fundraising and everything. So please don't be shy about that. Is everyone ready to go? We ready to rock and roll or what, huh?
Yeah, ready.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, I mean, it's a little different not doing this on a microphone live, but hey, I love that enthusiasm right here through the computer. So let's keep it going, kids. Let's go. Folks, as you know, there are 17,000 people diagnosed with Parkinson's disease in Massachusetts, and many of them are on Cape Cod. And APDA provides access to vital resources and support to the Parkinson's community. The money from today's event funds the information and referral centers and research and community programming. The virtual walk today is a fun and interactive way to engage with the Parkinson's community and raise money for this very important cause. So we'll all walk separately, but together. So remember that we're all in this together. So please bring that sense of community and camaraderie and activity today after the presentation to your circle of support and post on social media, which you did see on the slides a little while ago. Use that hashtag OptimismWalk, and you can also send it to APDA of Massachusetts if you don't have the social media. Just send the pictures there and we'll post it for you. The fundraising remains open, so please, let's raise a lot of money for all of the great people here at APDA doing the best work that they do, and we really appreciate you guys being with us here today. So at this time, it gives me great pleasure to introduce Leslie Chambers, the president and CEO of the APDA, with an important message. Leslie.
Hi, my name is Leslie Chambers, and I'm the president and CEO of the American Parkinson's Disease Association, or APDA. And I would like to welcome all of you to our first ever APDA virtual Optimism Walk. So normally we would all be together celebrating and walking and raising funds, but today, from coast to coast across the country, although we're not together physically, we are together in spirit. So we have some exciting virtual walks taking place, and we have them on the East Coast, represented by the states of Massachusetts and Vermont, and on the West Coast, represented by California and Washington. Again, even though we're walking separately, we are walking together in spirit and for a very important cause to support people with Parkinson's disease, their care partners, and their families. So it's really important that we work as hard as we can today to continue to support this really important community. I'd like to extend a special welcome to our longtime APDA friends who have been with us for several years supporting the walk. Welcome back. And if this is your first time, a special welcome, and I would like to encourage you to, if you have not already, check out the American Parkinson's Disease Association website at apdaparkinson.org, where you will find a wide array of information and materials to help you as you travel on your journey with Parkinson's disease. And we hope that although we have to work virtually right now, we hope that we will meet you in person soon. For those of you who are not familiar with APDA, we are the largest grassroots nonprofit organization dedicated to providing support, education, and resources to people with Parkinson's disease, as well as supporting research designed to find treatments and ultimately the cure for this disease. Over the past several weeks, our organization has worked really hard in dealing with the pandemic by providing online programs and services. Many of them are live information programs, health and wellness programs, exercise classes, as well as archive programs, and delivering and bringing experts in the field of Parkinson's disease, both in research and in treatment. We have a wealth of online programs, as I mentioned, so I would encourage you once again to visit apdaparkinson.org. It's amazing how many programs we have developed and delivered over the last several weeks. Things such as yoga and Tai Chi and interval training, as well as singing programs. And the list grows longer every week, as well as the number of participants. So I hope you will join us on our online programs. So once again, the funds that all of you are raising through the Optimism Walk will help us deliver more of these programs and reach more of people in the Parkinson community. If you haven't done so already, I would encourage you to make a donation of any size, because every donation helps our mission. I would also like to take a minute to thank all of our national and local Optimism Walk sponsors, our dedicated walk participants, and all of you who have been amazing fundraisers in this very special event. I would encourage you to share your photos and stories and help us promote the cause on social media by using #OptimismWalk. So as I mentioned earlier, we have walks on the East Coast and the West Coast, and as you can imagine, we have a little bit of competition going on today. So I would like to introduce you to two very important people within our family at APDA. Our Executive Director, Jean Allenbach, who leads the Northwest chapter located in Seattle, and Bill Patjane from our Massachusetts chapter, who is our Executive Director there in the Boston area. So welcome, Bill and Jean.
Thank you, Leslie. Thanks. We're excited to be here today.
We're so great to have you here, and we're very excited.
Well, we're really excited to beat the East Coast today and show everyone which coast is the best coast, the West Coast.
Well, I don't know, Bill. What do you think?
Well, Leslie, as you know, I'm from the Boston area, and with our, rich sports history, what it takes to come through in the fourth quarter, and we're a little bit behind right now as it relates to the Optimism Walk, but we always come through in the fourth quarter and win the championship. And so we're really excited here in the Northeast to move forward and beat the Northwest and raising money for APDA.
And what does our colleague on the West Coast think about that?
I don't know. You come through in the fourth quarter, but there's some cheating involved there. Are you going to cheat, Bill?
There wasn't any cheating.
I don't know. There's some copycatting going on already, so I don't know.
Yeah. I think you.
Well, before you get too carried away,
it's all important. Yes, it's all important for raising money for helping with people with Parkinson's disease. So whatever Bill and I can do and the rest of the country can do to further our cause, it's all in the good of fun spirit.
Right. And this is a real challenging time for everybody. And I want to thank everybody for helping us pivot and make this event, a virtual event, which has taken a lot of work. And we feel really good about where we are right now. And we hope to have an exciting day.
Great, and I'm sure we will. So before I hand it back to you, I wanted to once again thank each and every one of you who are supporting us through the virtual Optimism Walks and all the support that you have given us for several years. It really helps us to reach more people. So thank you all once again. Have a fantastic time. And now I want you to put your walking shoes on, get ready to be inspired, and Bill and Jean, take it away.
Hi, thank you, Leslie and Sarge. Thanks for your great message. My name is Bill Paget. I'm the Executive Director of the APDA Mass Chapter. And first of all, I'd like to thank everybody for your continued support. As an update, we actually exceeded the $100,000 mark today. And so I'd like everybody to celebrate that. That was a big accomplishment. Thank you. And, you know, from a fundraising perspective, the fundraising continues. And so we're going to keep the fundraising open for the next 30 days. And we're hoping that not only today, but for the next 30 days, we'll continue to fundraise. Our goal, of course, is to raise as much money as we can. And the way that you do that is that you continue to share it with your sphere of influence and continue to, you know, move this whole process forward. Back when we first met and decided to do the virtual event, we were unsure on, you know, where we would end up. And I have to say, I'm really proud of our chapter and the board and the walk committee on where we are today. There are a few people that actually have been involved with the organization for a long time. One is Kathy Thomas, you'll hear from her today, as well as Denise Turpin. Each of were founders of the walk here in Massachusetts, 35 years. And you know, when you see their picture, you'll probably, you know, think to yourself, they must have started when they were in elementary school. Similarly with Kristen, you know, she's been involved with the organization for almost 30 years. And so we have a rich history here in Massachusetts. We're excited to continue the process moving forward. We understand it's challenging times. We have the resources to be able to pivot and continue to develop, you know, deliver our services. Having said that, our plan is that we're going to go through various presentations. We're going to spotlight, you know, some teams later on and some of the great work that's being done in Massachusetts with some of the docs. At the end of the event, our hope is that people will go out and do some sort of activity and share on social media what they're doing. And hopefully we'll be able to increase the visibility on, you know, our mission, which is incredibly important. We have a strong chapter board and volunteer group here in Massachusetts, but if you know anybody that's interested in participating, please let us know. Again, what you want to do is share your photographs and messages on #OptimismWalk. We have a whole bunch of incentives that are in play today. T-shirts for those that raise $100, hats for those that raise $500, and here's my hat. And for those that raise $1,000 or more, they get put into the Circle of Optimism. And we've got some Circle of Optimism winners today. So Jane Arsham, Carrie Bogle, Richard Bellows, Lisa Braun, John Butterworth, Mary Cox, Kimberly Crean, Ed Corrigan, Alex Deal, Joe Feiner, Stephanie Hamill, James Madden, David Johnson, Walton Pam Kozlowski, Tim Santoro, Anthony Scopa, Kristen Stapleton, Kathy Thomas, Deborah Trainer, and Anna Wasserung. Thank you, Team Papa J. You guys have done great. I want to thank our committee and all of our board members. This has been an incredible voyage with them. At this point, I want to transition to our Mass Chapter Board President, Kristen, for her presentation.
Hi, Bill. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today. As Bill mentioned, I have been involved with the chapter and the board for more than 25 years. I did get involved because my mother was diagnosed with Parkinson's at a very young age. And although I lost her a few years ago, I stay around and work every day for all of you. So let's be strong today. Let's continue to raise funds, continue to bring programs. And I'm super proud of Massachusetts. We have a strong board, as Bill mentioned. We vary anywhere between 15 and 20 board members at any given time. And we're all volunteers. And we all have some personal connection to people living with Parkinson's. And if you do have any interest in further supporting what happens in Massachusetts. We do welcome you to come sit in on a board meeting virtually these days, but we're welcoming to everybody. And if you think you can contribute something, please join us. In addition to our board, we in Massachusetts are very lucky to have, in my opinion, one of the best information and referral centers in the country, led by Kathy Thomas. And then not only one, but we have 2 advanced centers for research, one at the Brigham and Women's through the Harvard Medical School, and one at Boston University School of Medicine. And you will hear from a couple of the docs a little bit later on. Furthermore, in the last few years, we've been able to add a branch on Cape Cod to the Massachusetts chapter. We committed ourselves over the last 2 years to really making sure that we spread the net over all of Massachusetts. And I think today we have programs from as far south as Provincetown and as far west as the Berkshires. So yay to all of the fundraising that you've done to allow us to bring these programs. We have a wonderful community grants program, and a lot of the funds that are being raised will go into that to help us to continue to expand into your neighborhoods. We have over 45 support groups throughout the state, led by wonderful people who just are so committed and have the biggest hearts and are always working to do the best for those of you living with Parkinson's as well as family members. And of course, as Bill mentioned, none of this could take place today without the tremendous commitment to the WALK committee. So to the WALK committee, yay for everything that you have done. Thank you so much. Thank you everybody for showing up here today. And now I'd like to introduce you to the great state of Vermont, Maureen Leahy.
Hi there, everyone. Welcome to all the participants from Vermont and Northern New York. It's great to be able to try to pull everybody together given the circumstances we're all living under. Myself and Charlotte and Carolyn and Deborah have missed participating with all of you in our various events, especially most recently the Awareness Day that we would normally spend a nice day together. As you all know, we're continuing to partner with the Binter Center at the University of Vermont Medical Center to support the Parkinson's community in Vermont and Northern New York. And that relationship will continue, and we'll continue to provide the services that you all partake in and benefit from. And we really rely on your participation in days like today to help us provide those services. I wanted to make sure that we thanked all of our volunteers, both in Vermont and Massachusetts. And thank you very much, Massachusetts, for including us in this exciting event. It's great to be able to partner with our neighbor from the South. And just to congratulate everybody, this is a tremendous event that we've pulled together in circumstances that I don't think we ever could have imagined. And the ability to continue to get together and spend time together and fundraise for such an important cause is really a tribute to, I think, everybody's passion for the work that we do. So thank you very much, and good luck to everyone.
Thank you, Kristen and Maureen, for your great messages. Again, this is Bill Patchain, Executive Director of the Mass Chapter. At this point, I'd like to spend a little bit of time in regards to our sponsors. Our sponsors have been fantastic for this event. Early on, I know that there was a lot of ambiguity as to exactly what a virtual event, is, and a lot of them were a little reluctant to jump in. But I have to say that we've actually gotten more sponsor support, not only nationally, but also locally, than we have had in previous years. It certainly, required a lot of work, but we're very thankful for our partnership with all the sponsors. They've been fantastic. And as we move forward, through this year, it's my hope that we'll be providing them a lot of benefits so that, this time next year, they'll be, in a position where they can easily make, the decision to partner with us again. And so I want to just mention, we're going to jump on a quick video with some of the national sponsors, but first I'd like to thank all of the national sponsors: Adamas, Amneal, Lundbeck, Cenevion, APDA, and Neurocred. They're our national sponsors, and they've been fantastic, and we thank them for their support. and we look forward to our continued partnership with them. So here's just a quick video with a couple of the national sponsors.
Hello, I'm Scott Hunter, Vice President of Sales and Marketing at Amneal Pharmaceuticals. We are very excited to be part of this incredible event, and we are confident it will provide a great spirit of community, education, and inspiration for people living with Parkinson's, their care partners, and families. At Amneal, our team comes to work every day with all of you in our minds and hearts. We are passionate and dedicated to our work in Parkinson's disease. Again, we are so glad to partner with you today in this event and wish you the very best.
The biggest impact that this program has brought is the connection between two completely different generations that brings them together, and they create these lasting relationships and create this emotional connection.
It facilitates the ability for youth to communicate with people with Parkinson's and really foster a connection, which is what the program is really all about.
Drawing of our hands was the best thing to start with. It really was. It brought us together, and it was just comfortable. The young people learned that we are just like they are.
I know more because of it, and I'm a better person because of it.
People with Parkinson's need new ideas, little ideas, big ideas, ideas that may even change lives. And that's why we created Little Big Things, an innovation platform for people with Parkinson's, care partners, doctors, innovators, and more. Join us, and together, let's spark, share, and celebrate the little big things happening in Parkinson's disease.
Thank you to the national sponsors. What I'd like to do now is just speak a little bit about our local sponsors. We've actually been able to get a lot of local support, and we very much appreciate our local sponsors. US World Meds, thank you for all your support. Abbott, AbbVie, Accorda, Boston Scientific, Encompass Health, Kyowa Kirin, Voyager, BMCBU, Medtronic, Reliant Medical Group, Spalding Outpatient Center in Framingham, and all of their centers, and St. Elizabeth's Medical Center. Now I'd like to actually show a video from the St. Elizabeth's Medical Center for them to be able to deliver their brief message.
Good day, everyone. My name is Keith Ciccone, nurse specialist at St. Elizabeth's Medical Center.
And my name is Afi Popwell, neurology nurse.
I'm Dr. Val, Director of Movement Disorders and Deep Brain Stimulation Program. Our center offers expertise in treating patients with Parkinson's disease, atypical Parkinson's, essential tremor, and other movement disorders. In addition, we provide Botox, deep brain stimulation screening to programming, and we collaborate with expert DBS neurosurgeons in Boston. Our neurology locations include Quincy, Brighton, Brockton, and Newton.
I'm Dr. Anna Holler, Chair of Neurology at St. Elizabeth's Medical Center, and we all want to thank you so very much for your APDA support.
Thank you, everybody. Lastly, in this section, I'd like to thank our APDA of Massachusetts Walk Committee. Early on, what we decided to do was, because of the significant amount of work that was needed in order to pivot from a live event to a virtual event, what we decided to do was meet on a weekly basis. And so each Wednesday, we met with the group at 7:00 p.m. And, I want to thank everybody on this slide for their participation. Everybody participated, and we certainly thank everybody for this. At this point, I'd like to transition to, from my perspective, the team MVP, and that's Kathy Thomas. Everybody that knows Kathy knows how wonderful she is, and we're very lucky and fortunate to have her. So I'd like to really see everybody chatting about their love for Kathy right now.
Hi, Bill. Can you hear me okay? All right. So certainly it's a pleasure to be here today, and actually to see everybody. I wish we could see each other in person. This is certainly an extraordinary time. I just wanted to congratulate everybody who has participated in this walk, and thank them for their generosity, not just during the walk, but throughout the year. As I'm looking at folks that are here, I'm seeing Linda Tickle-Dagnan and Lisa Summers, and people from our healthcare professional advisory board and fitness instructors. And I mean, it truly takes so many people to support our community. So really, really excited to see everyone. Just very, very briefly, the Information Referral Center works closely with the National APDA as well as our statewide chapters and support groups to be able to deliver really important programs and services. We have a whole host of them. I won't go into detail here because we want to have the opportunity to meet some of these great teams and individuals who have been working very hard. But basically, it's our honor to be able to develop programs and services, whether it's a helpline or whether it's starting up a new support group or delivering a caregiver program, which we have a great one starting on Thursday. All of this information can be found on our website. Rosemary Owen, who is really the person that does everything in our center, is amazing. And so nice to hear a little dog. It's so amazing. And finally, I want to just give a shout out to Denise Turpin, who is my nurse buddy. As Bill mentioned, we started this walk a good number of years ago, and it's really been our honor. We're blessed to be able to meet all of the folks in our community. Thank you. And so with that, I would love to have the opportunity to meet one of our teams, Team Papa J, and I know they'll be transferring over to this. So thank you so much.
Hi, we're Team Papa J, and Papa J and I have actually been APA for 57 years. However, we created Team Papa J about 5 years ago after he was diagnosed with Parkinson's. And when we heard about the walkathon, we knew that this was the opportunity for us to help to make a difference. So I took out our trusty old address book, an old-fashioned address book, and hand addressed at least 200 envelopes or more to send out to our family, friends, acquaintances, whoever we knew. And with the help of our family, our children, grandchildren, we mailed them and got them out. And each one was personally addressed and personally signed, which we thought was important. And the response was overwhelming from the first year until now, when I hesitated about sending out the forms, the letters, the flyers this year, given the circumstances. So we sent them out because people called and said, why aren't you sending out your letters? So we sent over 200, and again, we thank our supporters and our friends. After the walk, we do send thank you notes to everyone, which again, I feel is very important. And going forward, we participate in Rocksteady Boxing, which is a great therapy program. Our coaches, Papa's coach is Kim Jordan, who's wonderful and has continued putting the program on Zoom twice a week so that Papa can get his therapy, and we've made wonderful friends. And we just like to say that we feel fortunate to be a part of the APDA family, and we thank you, and stay safe, and go Team Papa J. And now I'd like to turn it over to Team Dopafit Warriors.
Hello, everyone. My name is Chad Moore. The president and CEO of Dopafit, and I guess you can call me team captain, but I feel like we don't have any captains. Everyone has just been doing an amazing job. We're so grateful that we have the opportunity to still see everybody, even though it's a little bit different. We're grateful to continue to raise money for the APDA Massachusetts chapter. We're so grateful for the funding that they've given us personally. They've helped us run our exercise classes. The Art Cart program has been fully funded by the APDA Massachusetts chapter for quite a few years now. I think a lot of you on here have actually taken it, so we're really excited. They have also helped us transition into bringing that program virtually. So just as we did with the walk, we're grateful that the APDA Massachusetts chapter is helping us continue to work with all of our Parkinson's warriors day in and day out, even through this pandemic. So thank you, APDA, Kathy, Kristen, Bill, everyone on the walk committee. A special thank you to all of our members who have helped raise money. Ed and Barb Corrigan, Walt and Pam, George, Rick. I mean, there's so many of on you here to thank, but those are the ones I can see. So we really, really appreciate it. The walk's not over when it's over. There's still time. So keep raising that money, keep fundraising, keep sharing on your Facebook and your Twitter and your Instagram. And let's let the whole world know that APDA Massachusetts is the biggest and strongest chapter out there. So now I'm going to turn it over to Gail and Mike Asian from Team Domination.
Well, thank you, Chad. Are we going?
Thanks, Chad. You're one of the first people we met.
Okay.
Okay.
Team Domination here. I wasn't sure we were already on, but I guess we are. Mike's had Parkinson's for 13 years or so. We lose count now. And APDA was very important when we started out.
They still are, by the way.
Yeah, they still are. I got my first hug. I didn't want to go to any meetings. I didn't want to see our future. But now I get all cry.
But she went to a meeting, and Denise Chopin came up and gave her a big hug, and she's been happy ever since.
Yeah, they've always been there. And always will. And I have a petition that if anyone wants to sign, that Kathy Thomas can never retire, because that's not allowed. But you know, we're so lucky with our team, family and friends. Our team is so crazy that when I started our Facebook fundraiser thing, we had a member donate. And then today I get a notification, she donated again. Like that's a pretty good friend to have on your team. They just forget they donated and do it again.
You can donate as many times as you want, by the way.
Yeah, so we're appreciative for everybody. We'll always do stuff for APDA. We love everybody. It's important in Mike's treatment and care, and mine also. And thank you. So from sunny North Attleboro, I am shooting this down because I'm a blubbering talking mess, down to Kristen Stapleton in sunny Florida.
Hey, Gail. Way to go, Team Domination. You guys rock. And yeah, to Team Papa J and Dopafit. I mean, your teams are just amazing and inspiring. And so what I'd like to do now is talk a little bit about how you can continue to spread the word and continue to raise the funds. And that is by using the social media networks. And maybe you have some friends too that forgot they donated and they'll donate again. So you can find us on Twitter, you can find us on Instagram, you can find us on Facebook. You can do a search, APDA should find us on any of those platforms. And then when you're out walking today, take some selfies, take some team pictures, post them up on these platforms, use the @APDA-MA and hashtag Optimism Walk. So let's get this trending. The more hashtags Optimism Walks we get, the more people will see it and the more awareness we'll bring to helping to find a cure for Parkinson's disease. I'll share with you also something that I did myself on my Facebook page, and it did actually better than I thought, and that is every 9 minutes someone is diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. So I promoted that fact on my Facebook page and said, please donate $9 to me to commemorate the nine minutes. And lo and behold, no one donated $9. It was the minimum of $20 people donated. But the point is, every penny counts. Every dollar matters. The more funds we raise, the more research we can do, and the more programs that we can bring to this great community and help you all live your best life with Parkinson's. So it's not over now. As Bill mentioned, we're going to keep the fundraising platform open for another 30 days. We've already surpassed the goal that we had set in our minds, so I know we can blow that out of the water. And in particular, it'll be really nice to beat the West Coast. It'll be really nice to beat the West Coast. Another thing that people are doing is they were taking porch strits, right? You sit on your porch, take a selfie, and upload it to social media. All of that matters. And don't forget the hashtag Optimism Walk. All right, enough about social media. One of the very exciting things that the chapter gets to do every year is, and because Parkinson's not only affects the person living with Parkinson's, but the entire family, we set out a number of years ago to offer scholarships to graduating high school seniors who have been impacted themselves by Parkinson's disease. And this year, we were able to award 5 graduating seniors who graduated virtually. So we're all doing things a little bit different this year. And I just wanted to give a shout out to these awesome young individuals who had to write an essay and tell us how Parkinson's has affected their lives and their families. From Newton, Massachusetts, Peter Delmonico. From Millis, Mass, Maria Brzoko. From Mansfield, Megan Fiddler. From West Bridgewater, Angelina Lateo. And from Plainville, Mass, Brian Wassersug. So thank you all for your inspirational words and for becoming part of the greater Parkinson's community. We thank you and we wish you nothing but the best as you move forward in your careers and your endeavors. And we hope to always see you and hopefully in person at the next Optimism Walk. And we did mention earlier that we were going to hear a little bit from some of the doctors. So I'd like to turn it over now to Dr. Schertzer.
Here I am. All right. Well, this is a great pleasure to be on and to be able to participate. I direct the Brigham and Women's Center for Advanced Parkinson's Research, and we have one single focus, and that is to develop precision medicines to stop Parkinson's from ever progressing. We have an amazing team of physicians like myself, scientists, neurosurgeons, and engineers. And we do something I think really special. We want to target the genetic blueprint of every patient with a tailored drug and prevent the disease from ever progressing. And I wanted to thank you all and the APDA for supporting us on this quest. This is a team effort. We can only do this together with you. So thank you very much. And I can tell you that everybody on the team here is 100% committed, working day and night on this singular focus. I also wanted to invite you, check us out at our website, bwhparkinsoncenter.org. Check us out, send me an email, and come by sometimes, and we'll give you a tour, take you to the lab, and show you really what we're doing and how we can cure this disease together. And it's my pleasure now to turn it over to Dr. Marie Saint-Hilaire, who directs the APDA Center at Boston University. And it's been a pleasure to work together with Marie. And we have an amazing critical mass at Boston to really make headway with research into Parkinson's. Marie?
Thank you. Thank you, Clémence. I'm the director of the APDA Advanced Center for Research at Boston University, and I really thank you for participating in the virtual walk today. I do miss seeing you all in person because for me it's the best part of the walk is to see the patients and their families and old friends and colleagues. In addition, I bet we're all missing the cannolis and the ice cream. So as you heard, the providers at the Research Centers of Excellence have not only spent a lot of time Zooming with the patients, but they've continued really to do the research. So we're closing some studies that are finished, but we had taken the last 2 months to get ready for the new studies that will start as soon as we have the green light from our institutions to we'll be ready to go from the get-go. We've been doing also study visits via telemedicine with the patients. And I'm really grateful to all the patients or all the study participants who've continued to, in that way, to participate in research despite the weird circumstances. So a few of the studies that are ready to go. One is study of a new diabetes medication that will be used to slow down disease progression in Parkinson. There's a study of a contrast substance called AV133, which is a new way to do a scan, a DAT scan to assess dopamine in the brain. And it should be more rapid than the regular DAT scan. There's also a study, for example, of to assess if Gulf War veterans are at higher risk of developing Parkinsonism. Anyway, so those studies are all ready to go and enroll patients. So by all means, contact us and Clémence if you want to participate because it should reopen very soon. So it's a beautiful day to take a walk. I'll have my hat here. And I have my new fashion accessory. That's my new fashion accessory. So don't go out walking without it. But I'll be walking in Cambridge, and if you ever see me, just say hi. I'll stay at a safe distance, but I'll be happy to speak with you. And don't forget that exercise is good for your brain. And this is a good segue for me to introduce Dr. Terry Ellis, who's the chair of the PT department at Sargent College at Boston University. She's a world-famous teacher, clinician, and researcher. And she's also the national director of the BU Center, the APDA Center for Neurorehabilitation. Terry.
Thank you, Marie. Appreciate it. It's great to be here. And although I can't see you in person, I can see you via video, and you all look great. And so my name's Terry Ellis, and like Marie said, I am a physical therapist at Boston University, and I direct the APDA National Rehab Resource Center. So everything we do is about rehab and exercise. And we wouldn't be here without the tremendous support of the Mass chapter, the APDA Mass chapter and national. We're so fortunate to be located in Massachusetts and have all the support of such great people, Kathy Thomas and Dr. Saint-Hilaire. We really appreciate it. So we do three big things right around exercise. We have research, and we're always looking to figure out how to optimize exercise to get the best outcomes. What's the best kind of exercise? What's the best dose of exercise? We've got a couple great studies going on right now. One of them focuses on more walking, and that just lines up perfectly with today. And so if you're interested in doing more walking and you want to do it using mobile health technology, which fits perfectly as well, then just give us a call. And Marie, Kathy, and I are just getting ready to launch a big study in the fall looking at the benefits of high intensity exercise program. So if you're interested in that, we can talk later. The other thing we do is we provide physical therapy services. So if you're, and right now we've pivoted to telemedicine. Many of you I see out there are very familiar, have been to our center. And so if you're interested in physical therapy services now, we can still help you. And then we do a lot of outreach activities. Most recently, we've had the pleasure of working with National Robin Kornhaber, who's on here today, and Leslie Chambers, and to deliver our series called Let's Keep Moving, a fitness series. And there's links to those on the APDA Mass Chapter website as well. So I'm happy to be here. Great to see everybody. Send in your pictures. And looking forward to seeing you out there walking. One of the best forms of exercise you can do. All right, I'm going to turn it back over to Bill.
Thank you, Dr. Ellis, and thank you, Dr. St. Hilaire and Dr. Scherzer. It's been fantastic. You guys have done a wonderful job. You know, after listening to everybody, including all of our board members, walk committee members, and, you know, talent with all the support, I feel as though I'm part of a dream team. And this is wonderful, and we're really excited to be able to pull everybody together in this way. I have to say that, you know, we're coming close to the end of the event, and I have to say this has been, you know, amazingly fantastic from my perspective to be able to get everybody together in one place. We have a video to show you, a short video from one of the families that we serve in the area. We think it's an important message, and so if you could pay attention to this important video.
Hi, my name is Kim Cree. Our mother, Carol Slavin, was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease almost 30 years ago. She has been a patient of Dr. Marie St. Hilaire for most of that time. The programming and care that the Mass Chapter of the APDA has provided for both our family and the many others in the state with this horrible disease has been outstanding. They really care about the lifestyle of the patient, the caregiver, and the effect that Parkinson's has had on both the patient and the family. We have been participating in the walkathons for over 15 years. We walk as a family with my parents, husband, and children, my brother and his family. We try every year to raise not only funds, but awareness about Parkinson's disease. It is not as well known or as prevalent as cancer or other major diseases. However, the effects are equally or not more devastating to watch. We are happy to support the APDA. Our goal is to find a cure, but in the meantime, we hope to support both families and patients living with Parkinson's disease.
That's a great message. Thank you. We really appreciate it. And that's certainly, you know, an important message for us. You know, at this point, what I'd like to do is just open up, you know, the floor to everybody that's been participating. You know, if we can unmute everybody, I'd love to, you know, hear the messages and, you know, see everybody's, you know, inspirational t-shirts and messages before we get off to, you know, our activity for the day. So, Chris, if we could open up the, all the, you know, chat buttons and the unmute everybody, that would be great.
Yeah, so as Bill said, guys, jump right in there, unmute yourself, show off your awesome t-shirts and display whatever you have, hats, APDA logo, if you have that on, we'd love to see that. And remember, share on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and use the hashtag Optimism Walk. So yeah, we're gonna, excuse me, we're gonna bounce around. Excuse me, I got a frog in my throat. We're going to bounce around here and take a look what everyone has here for the APDA t-shirts. I saw some really cool ones from a lot of the teams before. Look at that right here. Here we go. Climbers for a Cure. Wave to the camera. You guys are on Facebook Live. Oh, look at those tie-dye shirts.
Oh, yes. Domination. Woo!
We will fox you.
Team Domination.
You wave. Say hi, Noni Poppy.
Hi, I'm Poppy. Hi, Cece. Hi, Delilah.
All right.
Hi, Ed. Oh. How you doing?
Hi.
Wave away, guys. Wave away. You're on Facebook Live. You're on camera. This is like being on the Jumbotron in an NBA or NHL game or something.
They're part of Team Papa J.
Hey, we got people outside. Look at that. They're outside already. They're ready to go.
Hey, guys.
I don't understand how to do this.
Here we go. Good job, Alex.
Okay. Oops, cheeks falling down. There, I don't know if you can see it, but there's Team Papa J.
Hi, Michelle. Hi, Christina. How are you?
Hey, Marilyn.
How are you guys?
So there's a car. Hey!
A little domination.
Fox.
Hi.
Steve.
Hi, Noni Poppy. Poppy. Hi. Stevie, say hi.
I'm Poppy.
Hello.
Hey.
Cece. There they are.
I said APDA.
Nice.
Thank you.
Can I say hi to her?
Hello, everybody. Wonderful walking today.
Thank you.
Get in here. I'm not going to do it by myself.
Hi, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa.
Walk outside on this beautiful day.
Start talking to it.
Because I think you can.
Say hi.
Did you hear everything?
Yeah.
There we go. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Looking at for Rockhand, Des Moines, Washington.
Hey, how you doing?
Welcome.
How are you guys?
Awesome.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Looking forward to the walk today.
Hi,
Thank you, Leslie.
Congratulations, everyone. You guys are awesome.
Thank you.
Great job. Great job to all.
Thank you, Leslie.
Good. Now, Sarge, you want to lead us down to a countdown, maybe from 5 to 1, and we'll close it out with our video that we created for the walk. And pay attention, you may actually see your team on the video.
Sure. Leslie, Leslie, can you help me with the countdown? Let's do it together. You ready, Leslie?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
All right, here we go, Leslie.
All
10,
righty. 9, 8,
7, 6, 5,
4,
3,
2, 1. Go. Go team.
Just everybody be safe and follow all the guidelines. Thank you so much.
Good job, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Strength in optimism, hope in progress. 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 Yo, APDA coming at you from the great Northwest. That's the chapter on a mission for progress and living life to the fullest.
Coming up quick this May 31st, the Optimism Walk done virtual and unrehearsed. Walk for the money, walk for support, walk for research and so much more. To meet the needs of those dealing with the shakes, forgetfulness and constipation, we walk with the optimism and strength. Y'all should come. Walk for those with the symptoms. Fundraising's the goal. Walking all for one and one for all.
Strength in optimism, hope in progress. Strength in optimism, hope in progress. Strength in optimism, hope in progress. Strength in optimism, hope in progress.
Nothing but the feeling of satisfaction, raising some funds to fight Parkinson's disease. So let us walk with strength and optimism, please. All can join us, all are welcome. Do so for those who have been impacted as well as those yet to have their lives fractured. Progress is what we need. APDA Optimism Walk indeed. So what you think? Can you join our mission? The American Parkinson's Disease Association? Walk for strangers, walk for friends, much, much more you'll get in the end. Going on all across this country. May 31st so quickly is coming, so don't waste time wondering.
Strength in optimism, hope in progress. Strength in optimism, hope in progress. Strength in optimism, hope in progress. Strength in optimism, hope in progress.
We walk with strength.
In optimism,
we walk with hope.
In progress.
We walk with strength.
In optimism,
we walk with hope.
In progress.
We walk with strength.
In optimism,
we walk with hope.
In progress.
We walk with strength.
In optimism,
we walk with hope.
In progress.
We walk with strength. We walk with strength. We walk with hope. We walk with strength. What are we walking with? We walk with strength.
In optimism,
we walk with hope.
In progress.
We walk with strength.
In optimism,
we walk with hope.
In progress.
We walk with strength.
In optimism, hope. In progress.
We walk with strength.
In optimism, hope. In progress.
We walk with strength.
In optimism,
we walk with hope.
In progress.
We walk with strength.
In optimism,
we walk with hope.
In progress.
We walk with strength. Yeah.
In
we walk with hope.
In progress.
We walk with strength.
In
we walk with hope. Yeah. The walking theory clearly states that anywhere and anything is close enough if you have the time. So let's get it. Yeah. APDA. I'm out.
Thank you, everyone.